So, I'm sure most of you have heard of Walt Disney, right?
No, who's that?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. You go on.
What if I told you he had a Japanese counterpart by the name of Hayao Miyazaki?
Nobody. I wouldn't believe you because Japanese.
Not a lot of people know about Miyazaki, but he is the king of anime, which is a word for Japanese animation. Miyazaki is extremely influential on the Japanese animation society and everyone inside of anime itself. So, first off, I'm going to start by telling you about his movies and the impact that they have made. The first movie that really made an impact was My Neighbor Totoro. This movie was released in 1988, and the plot was basically these two girls move into a new town, and their mother strikes ill. So they go into a forest and play around while their mother is ill, and they play with these forest spirits who all look like cats. And this movie was where the famous Studio Ghibli symbol came from, which is a big gray cat with a white underbelly, a giant, really happy smile, and a leaf on his head. The second most popular movie that Miyazaki has created is Princess Mononoke. And in Princess Mononoke, the basic plot is a guy goes into the forest, which is a continuing, I don't know the word I'm talking about here, the continuing theme in Studio Ghibli movies. He goes into the forest to save his tribe from this war god who's attacking his tribe. But while he's in the forest, he finds out that there's a war going on between the forest gods and a mining company who is trying to wipe out the forests. So this movie was very controversial because it had a lot of blood and gore, and when it was released in 1999, that was not the norm for animated movies. So everyone would take their kids to see it, and when their kids saw it, it was kind of horrifying because the blood and gore was not good for children to be shown. First example of blood and gore is one of the forest gods is a giant boar who has blood running down the side of his body and worms all throughout his body, just with flesh throwing off and everything. Another example is these little white forest spirits who look like little amorphous blobs with messed up faces that make grudge-like clicking noises. And the third and definitely most popular movie that he has directed is Spirited Away. In Spirited Away, this girl gets lost, another continuing theme, in a forest, another continuing theme of Studio Ghibli, and has to help save this spirit world that she finds from this dark spirit who is wreaking havoc. This movie definitely broke the niche of anime because in most animated films that came out in Japan, they didn't even hit theaters in America. While Studio Ghibli did have a lot of English dubbed films, Spirited Away was the first one that was dubbed and hit English theaters. So that broke the niche, and it is still, right now, sitting at the number 33 in the IMDb top 250 movies of all time. But sadly, with everything good, there has to be an end, and right now, as of today, Hayao Miyazaki is retired. Miyazaki had a great legacy behind him. He created so many movies, but according to an article by Japanese anime site Kotaku, he felt that as in his old age, his artistic vision was dulling and everything, he couldn't create the greatest thing. So another article also said that as he grew older, he felt, another article from the site Dazed said that as he grew older, he felt that his artistic vision was growing old and he didn't want that to be his legacy that he left behind. So all in all, Hayao Miyazaki is an influential person to many anime lovers and everyone in the animation industry. And to a lot of anime lovers, he is a better Disney than Walt himself. And I know that I will miss him and his career in Studio Ghibli more than a lot of people will.